25th time overall in finals against each other, multiple between them elsewhere.
Now, friends, with this time you're able, we ask you to please rise. Remove your hats and join us for the performance of the national anthems of New Zealand and Australia.
Merci de vous lever, si vous le pouvez, pour les hymnes nationaux de la Nouvelle-Zélande et de l'Australie.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, all beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage upon Australia fair. In joyful strains that let us sing, upon Australia fair.
In the parlance of other sports, 3-1 to New Zealand over Australia in finals would mean game over. But in 7 series language, we're really just getting started. The 5th time this season, the 35th time in history, New Zealand and Australia play for the title. Germany's Maria Latos in charge of this decider. Heavy gastitis. Australia were well beaten in the last 2 finals. What will they have learned from that?
New opportunity here. This is the match these two want to play in. Australia have been building. We saw some hiccups from both of these sides in the semifinal. Australia needs to gain confidence from that. They need to learn from the United States' mistakes, but the restarts is something they need to control. They had a few issues there earlier on. That will be key to success, as well as just their composure. We know what to expect from both of these teams. They know each other inside and out, but they constantly raise the standard when they play against one another.
The final match of HSBC Sevens Vancouver 2026, New Zealand and Australia. The women's final underway. Reese Pody Lane, the New Zealand captain, sends it away. But New Zealand only with 3 players on their bench, and that's a great hard charge from Bella Nasser. Miller trying to drag her down, humping the leg. She's so strong, Nasser. Away goes Nathan, change of mind, change of direction. Back it comes for Tia Hines, who had the decisive action in the semi-final win over France for Australia. Now sweeping around Ashby, really hot form for Australia early. Here's Dennis, Waka comes at her, Waterston also helping. Big final for Olive Waterston and Jamie Colossi in particular for New Zealand. Miller's on this one, tackle made, steal made by Georgia Miller.
Georgia Miller snipped that one out from a mile away. You see the New Zealand defense, they're shooting up from the outside in. It's forcing Australia's first or second receiver to have a crack, and there's not many people you want to go up against. Especially Georgia Miller. She gets over that ball quicker than anyone else on the 7th circuit, has more steals than anyone else in Vancouver this weekend.
Nice early attacking surge though from Australia, looked very sharp. Error rate's been low this weekend. Pody Lane sweeps around for Mahina Paul, and now the switch for Tinetti. Kelsey Tinetti gets the offload away. Waterston smacked by Pucky, but held on well did Olive Waterston. Tinetti for Pody Lane. Out it comes now for Stacey Waka. She's got Colossi, looking for Colossi. Goes to Jamie Colossi. Levi chasing, just drags it down. Colossi lost control over the line. Maddie Levi scoring tries, saving tries.
The determination from Maddie Levi. We will go up to television match official.
Checking try or no try, Maria.
Thank you.
Maddie Levi gets her hand on the ball. Does Colossi ground it?
Maria, I have a decision for you. It was knocked on in the field of play. Restart with a scrum.
Thank you. No try, knock on stump.
Tough stuff from Maddie Levi. Dragging Colossi down just short of the line, forcing the turnover.
Stacey Waka, brilliant ball in 2 hands. Maddie Levi just glances in, but Madison Levi, the wheels we often see, scoring tries, saving that one. Colossi just an error, but New Zealand still in good defensive position. And was that
Colossi! Just caught short and now opportunist. Jamie Colossi scores the first try of the final, having been just denied.
Reese Pori Lane, immense pressure from the halfback position. Colossi this time made no mistake. Ball in 2 hands, ball grounded. Look what it means to the Black Ferns.
All Pody Lane's missed that from close range. Conversion away, but it's New Zealand who score first through Jamie Colossi. 5 points to 0. Dennis rather brings it down. Andy Dennis on one edge, Eddie Levi on the other. Here's Nasser. And now again they come sweeping with Ashby and Pucky. Miller's on this one again though. Georgia Miller's going to get another steal.
Georgia Miller, breakdown queen. She is such a big moment player. She shows up time and time again in these finals.
Paul, over the top she goes for Pody Lane. Here's Colossi once more. New Zealand onto attack, looking for Tinetti. Finds Kelsey. Tinetti just ran out of her room. That's great defence, Australia. And it's Levi again. Australia really up for the physical challenge.
That's something we don't always see from this Australian side, but when they front up in the physicality department, that's when they're in it. And Maddie Levi is 2 for 2 with big tackles.
Australia have got advantage here. New Zealand had the numbers wrong in the line-out. So again, they will build. Oh, Ashby just tipped up. There could have been big trouble there. Awkward ball across the face for Hines. Just stuck in her own 22 at the moment, Australia. Pucky will keep it in tight with Dennis. Just a hard carry. Hardy Dennis. Pucky now for Hines. And now crossfield kick. Oh, it's been ricocheted off again. We saw this a couple of times in the Perth final and they were charged. New Zealand has possession again. Holdyley. Waterston will just carry forward, dumped into the turf. Nasser is absolutely ripping in for Australia, but so is Georgia Miller for New Zealand. She goes through untouched. Georgia Miller again puts New Zealand's lead a little further out.
Well, she started it all. It's only right that she finished it. First it was the breakdown, then it was the charge down. And then it's the try scoring, that graceful weaving run from Georgia Miller. This woman really can do it all, and she never shies away from these high pressure moments.
Her appetite for the fight is like no other. And she is dragging New Zealand through this final at the moment.
And when she said yesterday she's not at her best yet, I fear for the opposition when she gets to that point.
Australia looking for a response, less than a minute to go in this half. And little moments like this where you think they're going to come and then, oh, it's Miller again. Nasser. New Zealand trying to blow through here. Nasser gets up really well to recover. Now Levi with some space. Just about Ortinetti looked after her well. Australia trying to keep it alive, and now there could be some space for Harlan. No, it shuts down again. New Zealand rapid in defence. Tinetti on that one. Australia looking for some space. There it is for Pucky. Just gets past Watterson. Now the chase is coming. It's Waka looking to stand down Soraya Pucky. Pucky trying to find her support runners. Can't get it just yet. Ashby's with him. There's the support runner that you need. It's Maddie Levi steaming onto it. That's a huge strike for Australia before half-time.
A great bit of skill shown by the Aussie women. Madison Levi on the receiving end, but they kept that ball alive. Soraya Pucky with the footwork, the bounce out, and the stride down the middle of the pitch. She knew she didn't have the gas, but her teammates were coming in full force, and that woman always in the mix of things, getting her name to the score sheet. 9 tries on the weekend, and this one, the most important yet.
Conversion will stay away, but it was a massive try for Australia on the stroke of the break. Half-time in the final, New Zealand 12, Australia 5.
Rugby fans, he is the second best time of the night. Time to get your 50-50 tickets out. A winner has been won.
the two biggest guns at women's sevens, New Zealand and Australia, and Georgia Miller and Maddie Levi are firing in this final. Levi saved tries, she scored one. Miller likewise, and now 17 each all time in cup finals. It's New Zealand leading 12-5, 7 minutes to play in Vancouver. Heidi Dennis sends this one away, and it'll be brought down by Olive Waterston. New Zealand, remember, only 3 players on the bench, so the starting 7 stays out there, and they are going to have to dig in. Lots of switches here for Miller, trying to go surround on through Huller, and then another player trapped in that play. Dennis chasing, coming across on Miller. Heidi Dennis tracking Miller down. Miller drops the hits. Dennis gets it. Pick up, go again. Can't find Pody Lane. The cavalry arrives for Australia. New Zealand still there with Waterston. Colossi, Paul trying to step her way through. Then a big ball over the top for Caitlin Vahakolo.
Vahakolo adding her name to the score sheet as she looks across to her teammate Georgia Miller. It was a well-worked move. They knew the wrap was coming. Georgia Miller kicks out a one, and Heidi Dennis, too quick, she tracks Georgia Miller down. The heart, the determination, she goes again. But Breezy Pori Lane, ever in the mix, gets there to support. And then Mahina Paul, a little bit of filthy footwork, and then rips it over the top. Vahakolo, all smiles there.
Conversion still no good for New Zealand, 17-5. Australia now looking to respond. Dennis, good effort in the air, but it's Miller again. It's the Miller Ferns, it's the Miller show. New Zealand never lost a game on this field. Vahakolo keeps it alive for Colossi. Colossi shovels it along to Vahakolo. She keeps it alive too, but it's a bit of a stitch up for Paul. Somehow New Zealand, and they've created space here. Miller's got Waka with her. Miller to Waka this time. Waka looking to slip back in field. Waka almost running herself into a tangle. It's good defence again from Nessa. She's been ripping in this final. Now Nessa. Paul, she's quick money to Paul. And now Pody Lane looking to go herself, popping it on the fingertips for Colossi, who's hit hard on the dirt. Henwood tries to win.